Today, let's uncover 27 bite-sized persuasion tricks only a few people know. Learn how to turn a no into a yes, and ethically get what you want from others, all while having fun doing it. Let's dive in. 1. Framing effect. The way you present information affects how it is perceived. Example, don't say, "We have a 15% failure rate." Instead, say, "We have an 85% success rate." 2. Priming. Expose someone to subtle cues that influence their later behavior or decision-making. Example, begin a pitch by talking about a shared value like teamwork before presenting a collaborative solution. 3. The Ben Franklin effect. People will like you more after you do a favor for them. Asking for help creates a bond and makes them more likely to help again. Example, borrow a book from a distant colleague. Later, they're more inclined to help you with work-related tasks because they already invested effort in helping you. 4. Labeling. Assigning a positive label encourages people to align their behavior with it. Example, tell a colleague, "You're always so organized," and they'll feel compelled to live up to that image when helping you plan. 5. The 4 words rule. Ending your request with, "But you are free," gives the person an out, paradoxically increasing their compliance. Example, "Could you proofread this report for me, but you are free to say no." 6. The power of specificity. Specific requests are harder to ignore because they feel more tailored and urgent. Example, don't ask, "Can you help with my project?" Instead say, "Can you spend 15 minutes on Thursday at 1 p.m. to review the marketing plan?" 7. Social proof. People are influenced by what others are doing, especially when uncertain. Example, highlight how 90% of your team already supports the new policy to persuade the remaining members to agree. 8. Anchoring. The first piece of information presented influences subsequent decisions. Example, price your premium service at $500, but immediately offer a discounted version for $300. The latter seems like a bargain. 9. Foot in the door technique. Start by asking for something small and, once they agree, escalate to your actual larger request. The initial agreement creates psychological commitment. Example, ask a colleague to review one slide of your presentation. After they agree, ask if they can review the entire deck since they're already familiar with it. 10. Mirroring. Subtly mimic someone's behavior, tone, or posture to build rapport and trust. Example, in a negotiation, mirror the other person's tone and gestures to create a sense of understanding. 11. The Zeigarnik effect. People remember incomplete tasks better than completed ones, creating a mental itch to finish them. Example, share an incomplete story or half-finished task with your boss, making them eager to resolve it with you. 12. Door-in-the-face technique. Start with an unreasonably large request, expecting rejection, then follow up with your actual smaller request, which seems reasonable in comparison. Example, ask your boss for a $10,000 bonus. When declined, ask for a $1,000 training budget instead, which feels manageable in contrast. 13. Use of humor. Humor lowers defenses and makes people more receptive to your ideas. Example, start a presentation with a light, relevant joke to grab attention and make your audience more relaxed. 14. The illusory truth effect. Repeating a statement multiple times makes it seem more believable, even if it's not initially convincing. Example, reiterate how switching to a new tool will save time and reduce errors during team meetings. Over time, the team adopts your suggestion. 15. The Pygmalion effect. People perform better when high expectations are set for them. Example, tell your team, "I'm confident this project will exceed client expectations." This will boost their morale and performance. 16. Giving the illusion of choice. Present limited options to guide a person toward the decision you want. Example, don't ask, "Do you want to sign up?" Instead, say, "Would you prefer the basic or premium plan?" 17. The decoy effect. Introduce a third, less attractive option to make your desired choice more appealing. Example, offer 3 subscription plans, $5 per month, basic, $15 per month, premium, and $14 per month, standard. The premium plan appears like a better deal in comparison. 18. The contrast principle. When two things are presented consecutively, their differences are emphasized, making one seem better by comparison. Example, show a less attractive property to a client first, before presenting the one you really want them to buy. The second will seem far more appealing. 19. The because justification. Adding a reason increases compliance because people like explanations. Example, can you lend me $1 because I need to buy something? Adding because makes them more likely to comply. 20. The halo effect. Positive impressions in one area influence perceptions in another. Example, wear professional, clean attire during a meeting. Your polished look might make your ideas seem more credible. 21. The emotional anchor. Use a strong emotional story or metaphor to create a lasting impression. Example, when pitching a health product, share a touching story of someone whose life improved after using it. 22. The empathy gap. Bridge the gap by making your audience feel understood. People are more likely to agree when they feel their emotions are validated. Example, I understand that switching systems feels overwhelming. That's why we'll provide step-by-step training. 23. Chunking. Break down complex requests into smaller, manageable steps to avoid overwhelming the other person. Example, instead of asking your team to launch the product in a week, divide tasks into daily milestones. 24. Building scarcity through delay. When you temporarily withdraw an offer, people desire it more. Example, offer a limited time service, then pause it for a week. When it returns, clients will perceive it as more valuable. 25. Creating a shared enemy. Uniting against a common challenge or competitor fosters solidarity and cooperation. Example, our biggest competitor is dominating this market, we need your innovative ideas to outsmart them. 26. Deliberate pause. Use strategic silence during a conversation to make the other person fill the gap, often revealing their thoughts or agreeing to your request. Example, after presenting your proposal, pause and maintain eye contact. The silence compels them to respond positively. 27. Persuasion. Set the stage for agreement by creating a receptive mindset before making your request. Example, compliment your boss on their decision-making skills before suggesting a new initiative. These techniques rely on psychological principles and are highly adaptable to various scenarios, from personal negotiations to professional pitches. Be mindful to use them ethically. See description below to discover more secrets to persuade anyone to do anything you want. See this video next to covertly plant ideas, thoughts, or even yourself in someone's mind, so you can persuade them to do anything.